Hello, everyone. Today I'm with UCLA runner Jake Parker. He does cross country and track. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
I'll start with my first question. How old are you when you started running?
It was the summer after my freshman year, so I was like just turned 16. So that's been like 5 years now.
So you kind of started like a little later, but you had like a natural ability.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little lucky. Like the team is super cool, and my friends did it, so I just like gave it a shot, and then it ended up working out, luckily. So
It's a good decision.
still doing it. Yeah,
Did you play any other sports?
yeah. I played like when I was young, I played like basketball, baseball, all of it. But then um the first year of high school and then all through middle school, I played soccer, like competitive, like club soccer, and then I played high school. I thought I was gonna do that all 4 years, and I never really wanted to play soccer in college, but like it was fun, and I enjoyed it, so I did it. But then, yeah, I just kind of randomly started running and dropped soccer pretty quick. Like I don't even think I played sophomore year, so it all happened really fast. But
I bet though the club soccer helped with like your endurance for already being able to.
yeah, it's funny if you talk to like a bunch of kids who run cross country, like even in college, like almost everyone started with soccer or they've been running forever, but
That
a lot of
is
kids played soccer.
I know in high school you won the cross country state championship. What was that like?
Yeah, that was crazy because that was my first ever season. Like that was 2017, so my sophomore year cross country. So I had just started running like a few months before in the summer, and then that's in like November. So I it was the team, like we won it as a team. So I didn't actually like individually win, but that was like the coolest thing ever just because I mean, even though I was a sophomore, like seeing all the older guys who had worked so hard, who were like at that time like so much better than me. I mean, if that hadn't happened, like I don't know if I would have been as into it and stuck with it, but that was definitely huge, like building my interest. It was the coolest thing ever.
So I guess it got you like you could see what you could
Yeah,
accomplish in the sport.
exactly. Yeah, I wanted to do it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before because it's right. I live in Fresno, so it's at Woodward.
Yeah, it's right next to it.
Yeah. Like I
It's
ran the
super cool.
turkey trot at that course. That's where they do the turkey trot here.
Dude, that's a tough turkey trot.
Yeah, the hill.
That big hill on the back. Yeah. Yeah.
What is it like now running for former Newberry Park head coach Sean Brosnan?
Yeah, it's been cool, like he's a high energy, like intense guy, but I think it's good. Like we all know he's made it very clear, like we want to go out and win stuff, and he tells us exactly what we need to do it. And sometimes, it's tough and it's hard work, but I mean he's a great coach. Like you can just see like the guys he's coached in high school, like it's not a secret. He's super good coach. Like you want to work hard for him and succeed. And I think his training's great. So it's been awesome so far. I've enjoyed it.
So he wants to win, and he gets everyone like motivated around, and you
Oh
see his
yeah.
success. Like he coached the youngs, and so
Yeah. I think it's everyone knows like what he's had his high school kids run. So like that's the expectation, if not higher, because I mean, obviously in
college.
college. So it's hard, man. Those kids are fast. Like you look at like Colin Solomon and Nico, like those are some of the best guys in the whole NCAA. So it's hard, but
Yeah,
he's a good coach. I think he'll get us there. I think track's gonna be really interesting. I think it'll be a real breakout year for like a lot of people.
yeah, that should be great.
Yeah.
What made you pick UCLA?
Oh, this is a good one. I mean, so I took like I think 4 visits. Like I visited like Columbia, Duke, Oregon, and UCLA. And UCLA was my last visit. Um, I think I mean, my dad went to UCLA, and UCLA is like 30 minutes away from my house. So that was obviously a little piece of it. But honestly, like when you go on these visits, it's just something about like the team and the atmosphere of it. You just kind of know. Like I remember I called my mom like on my UCLA visit, and I was like, this is where I want to go. So I didn't have that experience with Duke or Columbia or Oregon, like great schools. I loved them all, but UCLA just kind of clicked. I think it's just the team is amazing. Like some of my best friends, and it's just super awesome. I love it. The location, the team, it's all great.
So you kind of knew like right from that visit, that was the spot for you. That was
Exactly.
the best
No
place.
question. No question. I haven't questioned it either. I'm super happy. I love it.
Everything about it, the the location, the academics, the sports.
Oh yeah. And the school's great too. Like I mean, I really do enjoy school. So that was a huge thing for me too.
Yeah, so you got it all.
Yeah.
How do you balance doing cross country and track in college?
Um, it's a good question. It's tough. I mean, cross country is a really long season because you start training for cross country in June, and then the season doesn't end till November, like early December sometimes. So that one's just super long. It's just about like taking it slow and really timing it correctly, I think, so that you're not too tired at the end because and then like going into the track transition is like cross country ends. And like this year we took like 4 days off, not even off, like still ran. Like I only took like 1 or 2 days of no running and I'm like right back into it for indoor track and then outdoor tracks right after that. So it's like it's not necessarily like it's hard to do them both because it all is kind of like similar training, but it's more of it's just a grind. Like every day you got to go to practice in the morning or the afternoon and run like 8, 9, 10 miles. And that's like every day for a year. And it's like you just got to get through the grind, you know. That's the hardest part, but it's worth it for the times and the races. So
Yeah, you gotta like make sure your body still has the energy for the races, and then those
yeah,
times where maybe you want to just stop, you gotta just push through them.
exactly. Yeah. It's like there's so many mornings, like especially right now, I'm by myself at home. Like my teammates aren't with me. And like I gotta wake up every day and run by myself. Like it's so much harder to run alone. And like just got to do it though. So that's definitely the hard part is getting the work, but
Just
it's fun.
what's your training schedule like?
Yeah. So in the fall quarter during cross country, we do morning practices. So we have 8 a.m. practice every day except Wednesday. Or 7 or 8 early morning, right? And then we do weight training like 2 or 3 times a week. Um, that's like our main practice blocks, but the training, like the actual training is just a lot of so we'll easy run like 4 days a week, which is just go out for 8 miles, like not too fast, whatever. And then we do Tuesday, Friday, we work out. That depends whether it's cross country or track, but it's always 2 workouts a week or a workout in a race if you're racing. And then Sunday we do like a long run, which for me is anywhere from like 13 to 16, depending on where I am in the season. So that one's tough. But yeah, it's people think I think there's like a secret, and I don't know if there is one. Like I think it's just about consistency and like going out and training every day, and you'll get better over time for sure.
It's a lot of running on Sundays. That's
It's
like
a
a half
lot.
marathon every Sunday.
Yeah. It's a lot, but you get used to it. You're with your buddies, so it's fun.
Yeah, you have a lot of time with them.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite things about UCLA?
Oh man, I have a lot. The campus is so awesome. I don't know. You've been to the campus, right?
Yeah, a lot. Kind of.
Yeah, dude, that's isn't it so just so
It
nice to look at,
is.
like walking to class, like even though it's like from my apartment to the classes is like a mile walk, like it's such a nice walk. I mean, the campus is one huge thing. The fact that it's in LA is super cool. Like there's always something to do. Like if I'm bored, I can just go wherever, do something with my friends. Obviously, like I said, like the school itself is amazing. Like I've had a great time in school too. So I mean all of it really. I mean the athletics, academics, the campus, the location. I don't even have a favorite thing. Just all that combined is perfect. But
Everything about it.
yeah, exactly.
At one time I stayed at the guest house, and that was really fun.
Oh, that is sick. Up at the top. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
my mom and I were going to a basketball game, and it was when Lonzo Ball was on the team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's special. He was good. That was
he
like the first
was.
time I ever went to the campus was to watch a Alonzo basketball game. So
Really?
yeah.
How would you describe yourself off the track and course?
Uh, I think I think like pretty like normal guy. Like I think a lot of people like I'm like not super like obviously take it seriously like when I'm at practice and like try to eat well and do all that. But also like I just like to hang out with my friends and like have a good time. Like I do normal stuff. Like we'll go do whatever. It's not like super like I can't go anywhere. I have to sit on my couch all day and rest. Like normal stuff. I mean, I like yeah, just having fun with my friends. I mean, I am really into school, so like I go to class, and obviously like, everyone goes to class, but I try my best to not miss any of them. And yeah, I think just having fun with my friends is probably my what I usually am doing when I'm not in school or at practice.
So a fun person to be around.
I hope so. I hope that's what people would say. Do my
And the
best.
last, what were you gonna say?
As I do my best. I do my best.
The last question I have is for fun. You get to take any three runners to dinner. They could be past or present. Who are you taking?
I'm going to go with my first one is probably Craig Engels. I don't know if you know who that is. He runs the mile. He's like super funny. Like, so like you would think he's not a pro runner. Like he acts like ridiculous. I just think he's super funny. The next guy, I don't know, Galen Rupp. He was super cool. Like he was coach
Olympic.
Sean. Like, yeah, our coach like has connections with him, and he's like a really great. So I would like to just kind of hear what it was like for him. And then my third pick is kind of a runner, kind of not. My high school coach actually didn't really ever run, but he would go on like little 4 or 5 mile jogs with us. So I consider him a runner. I would take him just because he's like one of the coolest guys I've ever met. So there's my three. I think it would be a pretty fun dinner,
Yeah,
but
that should be fun and
yeah,
entertaining. And you
exactly.
got
Got some knowledge. I've got some fun. I've got it all.
Olympic medals.
Exactly.
Got it all.
Be a good
Should be
time.
great then. All right. Thank you for taking the time to join me today.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. It's good.
Anytime.